And we are ready to roll into this. Our guest now, Tad Jones, the Executive Director of the Will Rogers Memorial Museum, and Lea McCormick, who is co-chair of the festival we're going to be talking about. It's good to have you guys with us.
Thanks for having us.
The festival, when did this start?
Probably December. Our other co-chairman, Kenny Wayne Shavers, approached me in like October, and he's lived here for quite a few years in Claremore and has wondered why there wasn't a Will Rogers Film Festival, Motion Picture Festival. And so we talked about it, and I told him he should probably contact Tad, and he did, and we started meeting in December, and it's just come this far, I guess.
But so this is the very first year.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they came to me in early December or mid-December
Sure.
with the idea, and you know, Will Rogers Days used to be one of the biggest events in the state. You know, everybody honored Will Rogers. We had parades and all these activities, and over the years, it's really kind of waned down. So when they came with a Will Rogers Motion Picture Festival, which it's not about Will Rogers movies. These are about, like, if you've seen Sundance or other movie festivals where people submit movies, that's what this is. So people can submit movies from all over the world, and then we'll have judges that'll judge the movies, and then during the Will Rogers Days Festival in October and November, we will show all the movies. But when they came with the idea, I said, man, this is great. It's what we're looking for.
It's made to order.
And we wanted to do it in November, but we only had about 2 or 3 months because you know, you want to get it out there in the word. So we worked for 2 months hard researching festivals all over the country, what they did right, and we put the plan together, and we started accepting submissions on February 1st of this year.
You mentioned something to me before we started taping that you'd had inquiries from other countries.
We did. The very first film that was submitted was from Russia. So
No
we are
kidding.
officially an international film festival. We're like, wow, I don't even know how they found out about it.
So you can change the name, kid.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be really long.
That's really, really all right. How does it work? Can you kind of give me some of the categories?
We have a Made in Oklahoma category, and it's, of course, films that were made here in Oklahoma. We have a documentary category. We have a narrative category. We have a American Indian, Indigenous, First Nations category. We have a comedy category. I'm trying to think.
Kids.
We have the kids categories, and we have the kids split up into 2 age groups. We didn't want a 9-year-old going against a 17-year-old.
Certainly,
That's not fair. But the kids categories are all shorts. We didn't think they needed to invest in doing a feature film. That's a little harder to do. The other categories are all divided in shorts and features.
And then college students.
And then college students, yes.
College students as well. How do you get your judges? Where do they come from?
All over the world.
Yeah, we've been you know, searching out who's judged in the past and who we can get to judge, and we've had a few people that are committed to judge, and then just in the last few days we've got a large group. There's an Oklahoma Film Critics Association, and they're committing a lot of their people to judge the film. So it's not going to be, you know, myself watching them, because I've watched some already, and I love that one. Wow, I love that one. But these are, you know, these will be good people that critique the movies and, you know, determining lighting and storyline and all that. So it'll be a real analysis, and then they'll pick winners that we'll announce later.
And this is the award itself. And I got to tell you, what's neat about this is made out of dog iron. Am I right?
It's the dog iron. Will's brand is the dog iron, and that's what we thought we ought to have the trophy be out of.
How slick is that?
Well, the company that did that, they are they're the same ones that do the Emmys.
Yeah.
We want to make this a very classy
And the
event.
Oscars, yeah.
And the Oscars, they do some great trophies, and they have an office in Grove, Oklahoma too. It's a Grove graduate. So
Really?
I contacted them about this trophy. This is the first one, and then we'll order some. And so hopefully it'll be kind of like the Oscars. You know, it'll be a very nice, classy trophy when we have our event in November for the winners.
I really think that's a hoot, man. I mean, there is a natural tie, you know, to Will through that. Is it? I'm trying to get a handle on content. Does it have to be about Will Rogers, these entries?
No, it can be anything that's family friendly or kid friendly. We don't have a horror category just because a lot of kids can't, you know, a lot of horror films kids can't watch. The other ones need to be family friendly or kid friendly. We wanted parents to be able to bring their kids and not worry about what the kids see on the screen. Just enjoy the film.
What happens then if you get somebody who's maybe produced an Oscar film, a film that got an Oscar, going up against a local who's got no award at all? I mean, do you still put them in the same group together?
Well, they're independent films, so I don't know.
Yeah, they'll go in if it's all comedies. So the comedies will go into the comedy section, and then the judges, we'll have 3 judges watching all of whatever category, and then they'll pick the top ones, so the top shorts or the top feature films, and then the top ones will show in Claremore, and then we'll have an awards ceremony with a winner of those that are chosen. So let's say there's 20 shorts for college students that are submitted. The top 10 will be shown here, hopefully on the campus here at Rogers State, but they'll show those, and then out of those 10, one will win the coveted Dog Iron Award that
In that
evening.
category?
In that category.
particular
In that category.
right.
What's the entry fee?
Well, they kind of goes up. We didn't want to be free for our first year because we didn't want to be bombarded. We didn't know how many judges we'd have.
Sure.
So we do have fees. The kids, I think, are $25 and below, $25 and below. There's early bird, there's regular, and there's late submission fees. I think for the others are $40 and up to $50 and $60, something like that.
And the early bird deadline is over, so we're in the middle category now. And then June 1st will be our highest category from June 1st to August 31st.
So $40 now until June 1st?
I think
Something
40 or
like that,
50.
yeah.
Is that
40
right?
or 50.
And then on June, and then and after the 31st of August, that'll be in, and then our judges will pick them, and then they'll announce the finalist on September 28th, which is the anniversary of Will's first movie. Was done in 1918, excuse me, in September 28th is when it was released. So,
You do realize that this is virtually the same way Sundance kicked off.
We're hoping to be a destination film festival like Sundance. We would like for people to come to Claremore the end of October every year for the purpose of spending time here watching independent films.
Oh my God, I can see RSU opening a film branch and bringing in an artist and oh, whoa, this is,
there
I
is
can
a
see all
lot.
kinds of things happening out of this. It could really
And-
be.
right, and it's so fun to see these these movies that are being submitted from all over the country, and we hope we get them here. We're going to have lectures and workshops as well. So how to be an actor, how to be a director. So we'll add that into the mix. So it'll be a fun 4 days of activities for the movies. And Will Rogers was a family-friendly person. So we want that to be, the theme. There's nothing over, everything's PG-13 and under that we'll have. They'll be in the finalists. So again, everything family-friendly. We hope people will also, recognize Will Rogers' career in the movies. That he was the #1 movie star in America in 1934 and had a big impact.
How many
on
films
the
did
movie
he make?
world.
71.
71.
71 films.
50 silents and 21 talkies.
Holy Toledo. Well, I know that Oklahoma has become a focal point for independent films. So it's going to be interesting to see what you get, because you're liable to get some things that'll just blow your hair back. Because there's some very talented filmmakers out there.
Really are. And we've
There
had
are.
them from all over the country too. We've had from, I think, Massachusetts, and we're sending out word all over the place. So we've had some made in Oklahoma. You can also submit them in multiple categories. So if you had a local documentary here that you want to submit, you could submit it under documentary. You could submit it if it's a
Under
college
Made in
student, under
Oklahoma.
college student, under Made in Oklahoma. So we had a couple that have done multiple categories.
No kidding.
Yeah, so all those opportunities are there. And then we hope that after it's all said and done, we'll be, we've partnered with Rogers State University, and hopefully some of these will be able to be on the air. So Royal's been very nice in working with us with that. And so we'll see what comes out and how the winners go. But that's another incentive for those, because they want to be, they
Sure.
don't just want to make it. They want their shows and movies to
be
be seen. And Rogers State is a great partner right across the street. Wonderful TV station here. So we're hoping that partnership will be an encouragement.
Now, let me think this through for a second. So Rogers State and the Will Rogers Museum come together with a film festival, and they're going to support the film festival, so they start to offer a course in independent filmmaking, then of course in writing, then of course in camera work. Oh my, yes.
And Cherokee Nation Film Office is a partner with us.
Yeah.
Really?
And so that helps us too, because they they just
Sure.
opened a couple months ago, and they're promoting films made in Cherokee Nation. So because Will Rogers was Cherokee, so
It's all
Well,
coming together, it really
Hey,
is.
thanks, and I'll be glad to hold on to this until when is it? November?
November.
Hey, thank you guys.
thank you.
Keep us posted. We may need to pursue more on this, all right?
Okay.
And that's all we have for this segment. But coming up, there are those out there who need a second chance. And in Claremore, there's an organization standing by to help. We'll have more after this.